Wow. Good day, everyone. It's nice seeing everyone here once again. And I want to start by saying you are all welcome to the Cetros family. And it's such a nice time having you guys here. Let me see what happens if I increase the lights. Okay. Yeah. Um, this is Dan Cetro, the most African, youngest, finest. I don't have to just introduce myself till my second half comes here, until second Joker Cetro comes over. But today we are discussing something that is highly pathetic because we saw numerous videos of what is going on around the world, and it is what learning from other people's challenges, what they are passing through, so that the whole world can take caution and precaution. And on this channel, generally, we do a whole lot about not just talking about issues, we do a lot about preferring solutions in ways that we possibly can and should. And today, we are looking at what is actually going on in Texas. So I'm expecting a lot of our followers that are in Texas to come on board. A lot of us are in different part of the country, different part of the world, to come on board and let us have your side of the story. And should you want to join us live on this stream, there is a link that I'll be dropping below. All you just need to do is to click on the link and join us live. Let the whole world hear you and see you. Join the conversation. So this is the link. Just check the comment section while we await everyone's input. Okay, with that being said, there are some videos I would really like us to go through together, which has been circulating around the media about what is actually happening in Texas, in the United States, Texas precisely. But before we delve into that, let me just tell you how it happened. I think some days back, I was sleeping over here in Africa, Nigeria to be precise. And surprisingly, some of us, there's a way some of us will sleep. We sleep with this kind of confidence that, okay, there is heat in Africa. We just sleep in our baby suit. You understand what I mean by that? So all of a sudden, I just discovered that I couldn't breathe very well. I just discovered that it's as if I was inside a deep freezer. And I woke up, look at what is going on, and I was shocked because in Africa, and almost half or more than half of the month of February, we discovered that we woke up into Harmattan. In case you've not been to Africa before, Harmattan is a season in Africa that usually comes before Christmas. Usually we experience Harmattan sometime around November, November, sometimes if it's early, around late October, November, December, that everywhere will be dry. There'll be this kind of cold. You'll be feeling excessive cold, no matter the part of the country you are in Africa, in Nigeria precisely. But I was so surprised that there was nothing like this in October, November, in December. We did not experience a single Harmattan, especially in Lagos where I reside. And for me to wake up, Golden Art, I can cite you there. You're welcome on board. And for me to wake up into Harmattan more than half of February, we are even talking about going almost the end of the month of February, and I'm waking into Harmattan. I was so shocked. Only for me to, after my kids have gone to school and the likes, only for me to discover that some news were just flying here and there that see what is happening in the United States, see what is happening in Texas. And Texas, in case you need to know, Texas happens to be a kind of place that most Africans, or specifically most Nigerians, love, because the weather condition there is not that it's not that something they can't bear with, they can't put up with. And I was surprised that a whole lot was just on different news station about what is going on there. So let me just hang it here. Let me say hi to those of you that are already with us. Golden Art, I cite you. Hello. Hi. Okay, Texas is doing very bad. Wow, wow. Golden Art, are you based in Texas, or can you give us more information about what is currently going on in Texas? Because you said Texas is experiencing some challenges, and I pray that normality returns to Texas on time, so that everybody can just be saved. I was seeing some disturbing videos, which I'm going to share with us on this live stream. We are going to see some of those disturbing, when I say disturbing videos, it was really very, very, it's not something we pray for, and we hope that help will just come for all the families in Texas, those of you that we know and those that we do not know. We are here all the way from Africa, wishing you and praying for you that God and the government will step in to assist and put in remedies to this situation. And Sharon Up says, app geoengineering of the weather. Wow. Sharon Hobbs, we would like to have you. We would like to have you. Just click on the link I sent in the comment section. Just click on this link so that you can tell us more about what aspect of the stuff you're talking about. Okay, Sharon Hobbs says the snow popped in microwave heavy metals. Wow, wow, wow. That reminded me of a story. I think that there was this family that was telling me that I should move my kids and everybody to the United States, and we're just having fun. I just said, how will I leave Nigeria? How will I leave Africa and come into the freezer? I was just catching fun about a month plus that the cold there and the likes. I never knew something like this is going to happen in a part of the United States that they are not used to seeing this kind of heavy flow of snow and the likes. I see it on YouTube. Oh, Golden Hair says she sees it on YouTube. Wow, wow. Okay, Sharon Up says Department of Energy as ECOT orders 2021 order. Okay, I don't know much about this. It would be nice if we get people over there to come on board. And by the way, we are waiting for our best right-hand man. You know the person I want to mention. Okay, Jim Barak. We would like to have you on ground today so that you can help us with this. Oh, Godian says, no, please don't move here. Wow. Why are you saying I should not move? Seriously, you're saying I should not move? Okay. Can somebody give me the reason why I should not move there? I want reasons, because it's the happening thing now. Anybody that is just going outside the country, going to the United States, blah, 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 that is like you've made it. It's like your life has changed. It's like everything about you has just been transformed. So Golden Hat, I want to know why you said I should not move there. Although I'm more of a Nigerian, African-centric person, I love to. If I thought I'm thinking of moving to an African country. But who knows? Who knows? If I'm thinking of moving to somewhere like Tanzania, somewhere like I love Tanzania. I don't know why I love Tanzania so much. I love Tanzania. I love African countries so very much. But I can't say. Maybe something can happen. Oh, Jim Barak says, okay, I'll jump in about 5 minutes. Wow. So Jim is coming on board. Okay, Sharon, what is happening? Sharon says, what is happening in Nigeria? If you want to know what is happening in Nigeria, I will tell you that a lot is happening in Nigeria, but I don't really want to go into what is happening in Nigeria today. So I will just laugh I will just laugh about it. You can see my beautiful, most beautiful African pepperoni sugarlicious baby hot girl coming up on bread. Isn't she blazing hot? Can you give me a peck? People from the United States are watching. They want you to peck me. Peck me. I don't know why my wife is becoming so unromantic nowadays. Please, can people beg her to peck me? Because I'm not going to continue this show until she pecks me. Isn't she lovely?
Please.
No, you must peck me before we continue.
Peck what? Good day, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here today. Yeah.
You can imagine. She doesn't know how to. Oh, she's not romantic. Sometimes my wife can be so romantic, I tell you. America is what? Oh, okay. Let me tell you, Africa still remains the best on my mind. And if you want to come to Africa, just give a shout out to us. You know, there are a lot of things you can do in Africa that you will really enjoy. You can own your house, you can own mansions, you can do a whole lot, you can set up businesses here, you can empower people, and in the process of empowering people, you also discover some other areas of investment that you can go to. I tell you, Africa is just a green zone waiting to be tapped. Okay, it is government website. Anyone can access it. Okay. I think Sharon Hobbs. Okay, I'm scheduled to move to Tanzania. What? Golden Heart. I think you need to send me a private chat. You and my family, we need to be friends, because I am thinking of Tanzania so very much. A lot of persons are telling me to calm down. That's why I just calmed down on Tanzania, because Tanzania happens to be one of the countries I'm seriously eyeing. But let's see how it goes. But Nigeria is also a very, very good place, I tell you. Nigeria is a very interesting place. How I wish I can convince you to come over to Nigeria. You will love it. You will love it. The most populous African country in the whole wild world.
I hope said, what's happening in Nigeria? Nigeria is currently experiencing a Harmattan now, as in the early hours. You just see that my children came back from school. I said, Mommy, it was too cold. As in, just some days before that time, she was complaining that everywhere was hot in school. And I was like, then she came back, she said I was just like freezing because they were not prepared. They didn't go with their cardigans and all the like. So it's like the climate change is something global. Just let's comment from wherever you are. We just saw that everywhere we're just very, very cold and chilly, and it would be like now Harmattan, it will be foggy. You'll not be able to see ahead. Winter and all the like.
Yeah. Let's continue.
So that's what is happening in Nigeria currently as concerning the climate changes. Yes, the normalcy is just that we expected this. We're waiting during November, December.
Yeah.
The heat was very much. The heat was damn too much. Even in the January and early part of February, do you know that I was taking my breath like up to 5 times a day? And they were saying it's not okay for you to bathe more than twice a day, but I had to take my bath like 5 times a day. And that reminded me when I served in the north. Do you know how we did it then? When I served in the northern part of Nigeria, there's what we call the NYSC scheme in Nigeria. That's National Youth Service Corps. When you are through with your university, they're going to send you to a state that is not yours to serve your fatherland. So when I was there in the north, Kano State, Kaduna State. So the weather was too much. I was having sunburn, like my face was burning physically. There are some climatic conditions that my face, you will feel the burns. You will see it like this. Then I had to start using a cream like that. You see the burns, and it will be peppering you, it will be paining you. And to sleep at night, you know what I would do? Like, this is my t-shirt. I have to bathe with the t-shirt, make sure it's wet, bathe with it, then stay on the bed. And even at that, as you stay on the bed with the wet t-shirt, some minutes later, the t-shirt will be dry.
Wow, let's welcome Jimboro.
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, very well. We can hear you very,
Good.
very clear.
Good.
Very,
That's
very
nice.
clear.
Nice to see you folks again. How's everybody?
Oh, we're trying our best. We are trying our best, really.
I've got to talk about that weather that you about in Texas. I'm from Minnesota originally, and we experience all types of cold. And to know that Minnesota has a weather system, an electrical grid that doesn't go down in the winter because they deal with it every year. I'm wondering if Texas, because they privatized their electrical grid, that they put profits over, the fact that, well, it's a once in 100-year storm. That's what they're saying. Now, even if that's true, wouldn't you want to make sure that if it's privatized, that's your little baby, that's your company, that's whoever owns that little electrical company that's supposedly providing power should be investing in protecting the system itself, and they didn't do it. And I think profits became more important than the actual protection of the grid. So that's how I would like to start out with saying that our prayers are with the people in Texas right now. I know that it is hard to imagine to be in a COVID situation, not in school, have your power go out, complete food shortages now at the grocery stores, and then on top of it, to think that you may have like a child that needs special needs or medications or elderly people. I mean, the amount of volunteers that are going to be needed down in Texas is going to be a lot.
Wow. Wow. I was so surprised when I saw people fetching water from the swimming pool. And let me just play this. When I saw this video, as in, it got to me, I was like, these are Americans that do not know, they don't know how to adapt to this kind of situation. In Africa, we are used to some challenges like that. You understand? Though we are not used to cold, but we are used to some, you just wake up and there's no water, there's no this thing. But we are talking of America here. We are talking of America here. How are they going to adapt? Let me just play this. Oh, sorry, I muted it.
And much of the South is becoming even more dangerous. Breaking news, the deadly winter weather emergency unfolding across Texas and much of the South is becoming even more dangerous tonight, with millions of Americans heading into another night of brutal cold without heat, power, or clean water.
You know what? I will just pause it. I'll be coming in with some little clips. Can you imagine if it's in Africa? If it's in Africa, some of us, we are wired because we have seen a whole lot of challenges on this earth that water dropping out of the roof might not really be a big issue that can even make us feel too bad, although we will feel bad as human beings. But we've developed, there's a way you get used to poverty, that when you see poverty, you will just be like, okay, I will build myself out of it. I can make it. There is future. Compared to somebody that is always been used to everywhere very well littered, everything just well properly arranged and the like, and suddenly out of nowhere, boom, you are seeing water dropping. I saw a white lady crying profusely. She was destabilized. Water was running through the parlors and she was just crying. I was like, wow. But crying won't solve this. Can somebody go in there and help this lady? Because she's just traumatized. But here in Africa, I'm telling you, if something like that happens, people will just be taking selfie and be laughing and be creating jokes out of it. Though they will be hungry, they will be crying and all those stuff, but it will not be as intense as this. And all I can just do, because our money, look at it, our money is not big enough to say, okay, we even want to help people outside there. Had it been the value of our money is okay, this is a situation whereby we would have just taken a little out of the little we are gathering to help the African youth and say, let's send it over there. But let me tell you, only $100, only on to send ordinary $100 there is sending 47,000 naira of my own currency here. So I'm just, it's painful that you are seeing people that are going through challenges and you cannot help. So the only thing that we console ourselves in, that's why Africans, we always love to pray. Africans, we always be religious. The only thing we can console ourselves is to just need and say, God, just stand up and help Texas, help America. Because whatever that people are saying about America, human beings are still in America. And we cannot watch it just go down the drain like that. I'm seeing people fetching water. I'm seeing Americans fetching water on the street in muddy places. I was like, wow, these are the pictures of what we see in Africa. So I'm over to you, sir.
Well, you know, the result of this flooding is also going to be a hazard, because you see what happens is mold will grow in from this flooding. They use insulation, and that stuff gets warm, and then the mold will start to grow. So this is a problem going forward for another 6 to 8 months. And just to think about the average wage of a good plumber is $60 an hour. And
wow.
that's not including the equipment, the new pipes, all the stuff that has to go into rebuilding. And I'm sure this is going to relate to a lot of insurance. And I don't think a lot of people in Texas had insurance for this type of accident. So this is coming out of people's pockets. That's why you probably saw that lady crying, because she's probably leveraged to her house 3 times, maybe, you know, and she's pulling money out of her house. And this is the last thing she wanted to have happen. You can, you know, predict in the summer, there's going to be a lot of mold in these houses also.
Wow. If that is being said, then I can really now see why she's crying, because I don't think I even want to show the video of that lady, because even if she sees it later, she'll be embarrassed, because she was just, you can see the cry. I know the cry of someone that is really in pain, and the pain being beyond just the water dropping in. I think the ceiling caved in. There was a particular one that the ceiling caved in, and oh my God, there was another one that cars were running into each other, and I was just like, how are people going to survive this period? There is no job anywhere. The little job that people are having, they are trying to use to maintain their little families, and COVID restrictions here and there, and now this. How are really people going to find succor? I wish that a lot of persons get to see this video and should just draw strength from God. And I want to use this opportunity to say, it's not just because all the while we've been coming to say, oh, help African youth, let's help and assist African youth. But I'm using this opportunity to say, I'll be very, very happy if there is anything we can do as a community now to look for someone in Texas. We might not have the money to assist much people, but let's just look for how we can rise up for a single family with the kind of worst it, or is it worst it, what with any kind of it in this situation, and see how we can come together and just say, oh, I saw a live stream by Cetro's vlog, and I'm willing to assist you. Hello, I'm using this opportunity to call on everyone that will see this video. Please pass this video around. Pass this video around. It's not only Africa that needs help now. People in Texas needs help now, and the best way we can do it, because it will not make any sense. You don't need to send the money to help Texans. Is it Texans they call them? Down to Africa. All you can just do is pick up your phone, pick up your phone, good people. Even if it is $1, even if it is $10, just walk over to any family in Texas that have such challenge and just do your put on your phone and just say, based on our discussion on Cetro's vlog, we decided to help this family with this token. Let's do that. Let's go into the community. Let's show some love to these people that are outside there, because it is not only blacks that needs help. It is not only the whites that needs help. It is every human being that is going through this terrible, challenging moment. I told you, I woke up and I was frozen here in Africa because of Harmattan. And the next thing I was like, because I woke up so late, I wasn't wearing anything, so the cold has entered into my system. Now I'm now looking at our weather here cannot be compared to what you guys have over there. We are talking of, it's like putting a human being in a freezer. That's what I'm seeing, because I'm seeing eyes everywhere. Let's rise up. Let's do this video. And as you do this video, we want you to just do us a favor. Your $1, your $2, your $3, your $5, your $10, whatever amount of dollars you are giving, all we just need for you is to go to the families in Texas. Don't just link up with them. Just link up with that family. Do a video about this and that. You are giving this in response to what you saw on Cetro's vlog, just to assist. And I'm sure by the time we have like 200 persons, 1,000 persons going to do this, we can really assist them to build a new place, to get a warmer. We can even get water. See, to do good thing is not expensive. You can even help. There are some places in Texas that I saw, because I sat down with so many videos, I was just like, wow, who is really deceiving us? The whole world is almost the same. Get water out there. Just do your 1-minute video and send to our email. I'm going to share the email. Do the 1-minute video and let's just call it I care. I care for Texas. I care for Texas. You understand? Just do the 1-minute video that based on what we are discussing on this live stream today, we have decided to help. This is how we can impact our community, because it's not everything we wait for the government. It's not everything we wait for the local council. It's not everything we wait for statistics to be taken before they get out there.
Many lives might have been lost. And we think Joseph Murillo, it's in what's it called?
Joseph Murillo says, after this weather, we will be prepared. Texas comes together with these things like this. When things like this happen,
I think what we need is somebody in Texas to really talk to us. Anyone in Texas can actually help this live stream by coming on board.
Yeah.
So if you really know families that are really the worst hit with this, so you can just make suggestions of them to people that are willing to help. One thing I've discovered is that there are kind-hearted people globally. Globally, just like on this our channel, we made an appeal for a man that lost his wife and he had 4 children. People came up, they started helping all over the world. And we still have people like that are kind-hearted to help other fellow humans. So I want somebody that is watching this stream, just do us a favor, if you are in Texas, to come on board.
It's because we're in Africa. We would have set up a GoFundMe. We would have set up a GoFundMe account to help Texas. But here in Africa there is no way we can't set up a GoFundMe account. So we are just begging. No need for GoFundMe. No need for anybody that will be even taking percentage of what people are going to give. What we just need now is people to walk in. I will be so glad to see videos of our listeners, our followers, driving their cars into any part of Texas with just bottled water to say, I care, take this. $1, I care, take this. You know, the people, we need to wake up the spirit of community. Community doesn't mean just your immediate environment. It means anywhere you can spread love. So, Jim, over to you.
You know, I wanted to say that was well spoken and about the inspiration to help, because we are a giant community of humans, and that's the bottom line. And I also want to put out there that in Texas, it's a largely an agricultural region. Many of the animals that are used for processing food are from Texas, and there's a huge issue with feeding the animals also. So if you're looking to help people, also look out for some of the farmers. And most of the time, there's going to be subsidies for the farmers from the government. But not all the farmers are big farmers. Some of them are just local little farmers, and they have animals that need to be fed. And going forward with that said, it's going to be in my book, the way that this is going to be healed is just through, like AOC is doing right now. She's raised Alexandria Ocasio, the congresswoman. Okay. She immediately got on Twitter. She's raised $3.2 million in a GoFundMe kind of situation. So she did really well. And, the government, has to, step up their game. Joe Biden is supposedly created what they call a emergency disaster relief program for Texas. But like I said, insurance is something that is so important for housing to maintain your lifestyle. It's required in Texas, and a lot of people have left California to move to Texas, and I've talked to them, and they're upset about this extreme weather. They're not, like here in California, we have 70-degree days in the middle of the winter. They were not expecting this type of weather there. And so this talks about geoengineering a little bit. And, HARP stands for high altitude, something to do with radio waves. It affects the ionosphere. They can focus radio waves to hit a certain part of the jet stream to alternate the jet stream, which, if everybody knows, we also have been doing cloud seeding, to create rain since the early 40s. Everybody knows that cloud seeding is something that will help create rain. Well, in that same aspect, cloud seeding can be used to create more cold or more excessive weather. So these things are what they call geoengineering. In other words, weather modification. And I think there's a little bit of a history that I've done some research on that says that there's an agenda 2020 or 2030, and some of these things have to do with the climate change. And if we're to believe that climate change is real, then we have to look back at all the facts leading up to the climate change, and what causes climate change and all these other things. So it can get really, dicey and not particularly clear on what's causing it, because there's so many facets to this geoengineering. So maybe you could tell me, what do you think about, have you heard about geoengineering before, or weather modification?
I've heard a little about geoengineering before, and I've heard a little about something I wouldn't want to discuss on air, based on the last attack that we had on this channel, that I don't want to go into anything that will make me and some persons I hope to start having clashes. But what I feel is that the world is kind of wrapping up. That's my own personal belief. The world is kind of wrapping up. A lot of man's actions is working against the world itself. Is working against the earth. If you talk about pollutions, in one way or the other, we all need to take care of the way we are polluting the atmosphere, which in some ways, in my own words, what I see as pollution is going to be centered around what I see here in Africa, because I've never been out. Okay, I think I've only been out of Africa to Dubai before. I've never been out of Africa. So my own view about physical, because I love to talk about what I see in reality, my own view about the side effect that we are creating for our world today is something that is going to be based on my own experience. To start with, you look at some countries that are polluting massively polluting the atmosphere.
Nigeria now, water drainage. Flood is coming. We have to be
People,
prepared.
people that are
Sure.
people that are polluting the atmosphere, the environment, they need to be well well informed now. For example, most African countries, their sewage is not properly well handled, and I see some persons not blocking areas that are set up for water control and the likes of them, to the extent that some people even build houses. Are you with me? To the extent that some people even build houses on drainage pipes. Where you have drainage pipes here in Africa, some people go ahead to build houses there, so therefore causing obstructions and the likes of them. These people need to be well educated, and certain laws need to go in place to remove such illegal structures that are blocking the proper flow of water. Because you discover that when I say Nigeria as a case study in this topic, there is a particular part of Nigeria that whenever there is weather condition like this, the next thing you see is deep flooding. And I'm praying that that never happens this year once again. I'm talking about those that are living around the river bank and the likes of them. The water gets around the river Niger and the likes of them. It overflows these banks, and it sets a lot of family out of their farmland, out of their houses, and it even kills some persons. It kills a lot of persons. So that's why when I saw this happening in America, I'm like, wow, this is really an issue. The pollution coming out of Africa might be so minute compared to what is coming out from industrialized nation. The release of CO2 in high level, in high capacity, is such that can be somehow damaging to the ozone layer of the earth. And what do you now talk about all the of the people that are with that are using create bombs and the likes of them? This toxic that they are producing, that they are releasing into the atmosphere, especially countries that are fighting wars, and all the machines explosive and the likes of them. This what's it called? This heavy metal that are released into the atmosphere is part of man using their scientific knowledge to destroy the earth themselves. Because I believe that if this world was actually created, it was created to accommodate large numbers of people that are coming into the world. But and there is also somebody that is causing us, because over Jim, okay, happening with the network. Okay, Benjamin Hunt says, thank you both of you for all you do. God is working through us to help each other. Wow, I love this. I look forward to more people coming up on board. Jim, just a second, let me go through the comments. I see people bringing in their comments here. Let's just go through the comments. International family, wow, thank you Jose Morello. Morillo. Golden Art, absolutely, you guys are the best. Wow, thank you so much. I'm so glad. Climate change is an hoax. Wow, really? Okay, I would love you to come online so that we can listen to you, so that we can know if it's really actually an ox. Man can control weather. Wow. Okay. Jewels, thank you. Man can control weather. That's true. What we do and what we don't do affects the weather condition. Finally, some unity and healing from the radical left. Okay. Okay. Respect to AOC. Usually nothing good to say about that congresswoman. Okay. Neil says, okay. Sharon Up says the hurricane that hung over Austin for over a week, it's stalled out by geoengineering. Wow, wow. Then Golden Art says app. Okay. Yes, I missed one of the A's. Thank you, Golden Art. Okay. Joel says there is yet video to pass. Okay. Modification used for good or evil. Okay. Jose, me also. Okay. I think as we are all having time out here, Sharon Hobbs, much love to you. Oh, Sharon Hobbs, thank you very much. Then John Knopfling. Wow, I think I'm seeing John Knopfling for the first time. Oh, you're welcome on board. So John Knopfling, make believe with made up, make us all into being liars, look at it to middle. Well, I just all I'm concerned is whether it's make believe or not. So far it affects human beings. Let's rise up and help
at this
people.
time.
And at this time, there is nothing as good as helping people physically. You might not even have money to hand over to any family there. Let's get out there. Let's pick our phone and say, I care, Texas. I care, Texas. And you get in there. If you're a carpenter, this is the time for you to give back to the society. If you're into carpentry, you can help someone that the pipe has busted and has destroyed the house, or a plumber. You can help them to repair and do it. You can even do your service for free. These are ways of giving back to the society. How I wish I live around there. Even if I don't know how to do anything, I tell you, you will find me there helping to pack their load somewhere that is safe, away from water and the likes. Those are the little things that makes us human. You understand? Let me tell you this story. Jim, let me tell you this story. I was given birth to in the year 1980, April 12th precisely. And I was given birth to in a city called Ibadan.
Oyo State,
Nigeria. Something happened. During I was just like few weeks that I was just giving birth to, we had an experience like this. There was suddenly an outburst of water everywhere around there.
They call it Omiyale Ibadan.
Yeah, can
you say that, Jim?
No, Jim cannot pronounce that.
Omiyale Ibadan. As in water flooded all the houses everywhere.
You know what? My mom, because the water was coming in with full force and the water was locking the doors. People were dying, and the house that my dad built was the house we were in there was I think there was a roof above that you can go to. All my mom just discovered was that she just carried me and carried something that looked like my food and ran upstairs. And the whole water locked up the old doors. They were up there. People were dying. She was just there with little baby, few weeks old. All of a sudden, I started crying. She needed to feed me. You know what she discovered? She discovered that instead of picking the baby food, she picked Milo.
No,
you understand?
No, so beverage.
She picked beverage. You should know Milo now. You should know Milo as a product. She picked beverage. So when I was crying, she opened the food she wanted to give me. She was just like, wow, how is she going to
go back?
And there was no way to go back. Everything, they lost everything to that water. So these are the kind of experience that when I was told and I see people going through this, I know what it means. I know what it means because it destroyed a lot of properties. It took a whole lot of lives and the likes of them. So it is high time for us to pay back, please. And since I'm not in America, the little I can do is to tell my followers, is to tell my subscribers, is to tell the people that are in my influence, please rise up and help Texas. Rise up and help Texas. Drive down to Texas. Just hug someone, even if you don't have anything. Hug someone and tell them, I'm here with you. What can I do to assist? Just help. Like the lady, I'm sure if she had like three guys like myself, these are our chairs. We can help her to salvage some things, to pack some things out and be singing, just turn it to a fun. And before you know it, she'll be laughing. People laugh about their challenges when they see support from people that cares. So I want Texas, please rise up and do the help. Okay, over to you.
And the other thing is Texas, it gets hurricanes. I mean, to think that if you live in a tropic type of region, where you can get hurricanes, and they just had Katrina, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I can't remember how long ago it was, but they got flooded. They get flooded in Texas. It's extremely hot in Texas. Wow. Now you add extremely cold to Texas. I mean, what's going on in Texas? What is going on with the weather? And some people like to say climate change is a hoax. Well, I've gone back and forth on this one for a long time. I mean, really, I have to think about all the man's creation and what we've done to, pull and extract oil out of the ground, to use fracking, and I'm just wondering if, Mother Earth is kind of shaking off, fleas like on a dog. Sometimes, like you were saying, I didn't want to say it was karma, but it seems like in regions where there's earthquakes and catastrophes happening on a regular basis, I would have to put Texas up there with a lot. It has more than enough problems already. Now to have cold added to it is they're not going to recover quickly from this. This is bigger than the story's letting out. This is going to affect millions of people for months and months to come. And financially also, it's not easy with no jobs out there right now, folks. And another quick little reminder, hey, folks, if you're listening on the Cetros vlog, I use the Cetros YouTube channel, the Cetros. I like that one because I want to build that channel up with the energy that this community is already putting in, and create another channel that has ability to stream. So they need 1,000 people to subscribe over there, guys. We need to get the Cetros YouTube channel. I've been going on speaking with Blackmail TV. I've gone on live with them a couple times, and they are also big time supporters of the Cetros. And if you do not know about Blackmail TV, they are also into fashion, which Cetros have done a wonderful job at, and promoting the youth. This is a turn. This is all what the Cetros do. This is what they do. They put out the energy here. They get the energy from that, and then they keep it going. It's an infinity loop of love, and that's what I like about when sometimes people, just like you said, gotta put their energy into it. That's all. Just put some energy out there. Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Wow. Thanks for that. And based on putting energy into it, please, we are looking forward to receiving videos, short videos about people around walking into Texas, going to meet families and telling them that Texas, I care. I think we should run an hashtag Texas, I care. Texas, I care. So I think we should just work with that. Texas, I care. Let's just go around. You might not have money, but you have love. You show some love. I think somebody is joining us. Mr. Glasses 48. Okay, it's nice having you. It's nice having you, Mr. Glasses.
It's like this here. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here in Houston, Texas. I've been here since Katrina.
Wow.
And
Wow.
when you look at the things that I done been through, from being poisoned by gambling, the contrast, to
Yeah.
being HIV positive, to going through a bowel bladder surgery that I shouldn't have to went through. I done been through too much, man, to say that I just did 2 days with 16-degree cold in my house, man. And if you can see right up, this is how my room been looking since I moved in this apartment. And I've been in this apartment for 10 years.
Wow.
And as soon as I think about my apartment not being handicap accessible, they try to put me out. And when this coronavirus thing hit, I'm not afraid to die because of the things that I did before. I tried to kill myself because I was too over medicated by these legal drug dealers being these doctors. See, now I done got my mind back, and I'm starting to realize what's really going on. And as I explain to people the things that I done been through, it's mind blowing.
Right.
You see? And like I say again, to say that I've been here in Houston, Texas since Katrina, and I can prove my points to the point where I can poke you in the eye with the point because it's just that pointy, and you can see what I'm saying. I got over 50,000 hours of audio and video of a lot of different things that I went through here in Houston, Texas, to be able to explain to you how much I love all of y'all more than y'all love yourself. Because if you don't know where the love is coming from to give the love away for free with no material motive, I got that for you. You see what I'm saying?
Oh.
So when you look at the truth being in the human being, we was all taught to be stupid. What I mean by we was taught to be stupid, we should know better. Meaning, the first people of the light, of the creator, of being, should know better because we was taught this shit in the beginning. It's the wisdom within you for you not to be dumb. Only way you can be dumb is if somebody dumb you down to not knowing who you are 100%. And to know who you are 100% is to know the creator within the creation. You're never alone, man. I went into the light of enlightenment. You see? That's why I can explain this here. Because of what all I done did to still be here. And then them 16 degrees cold that I was in, man, that's when I realized what the truth really is. My feet didn't get cold not one time to say that I'm paralyzed. That was the first part of me that was supposed to start getting cold. But by me knowing the creator with the creation, the love kept me warm. It kept me warm. So like I said,
Yep, mind over matter.
There you go. Because if you don't have a mind, it don't matter because the creator is within the creation. You couldn't create the reality that we talking to each other right now and know what we're talking about if the creator was already within us to know better. And to know better isn't to be better than no one. To know better is to know that unconditional love that beats within your heart.
Yeah, and it's definitely proof of intelligent design. So for any of the so-called atheists out there, that if they don't understand that intelligent design is based off conscious love, they're going to have a hard time waking up.
Yeah, because the intelligent design is raw creativity within the creation. You see? The whole loving thing of us loving together is us coming together to knowing that we are the creator's greatest creations to be in. The conscious, thinking, human, living here all together, supposed to be thinking, but you're not thinking 24/7. When you go to sleep, you should be thinking about getting up and doing something. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because like I said again, this life that we live in is not a game. Somebody put us in as a race of people. We're not a race of people. We're different nationalities of people that should be thinking all the time about each other.
Wow. 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 That makes sense. That really makes sense.
Come on. Because the human is supposed to be here making sense out of living life with the creator within the creation. I know, man. I went into the light of enlightenment. That's why my heart is as light as a feather to be judged right now. Because the truth that matters is there is no such thing as here today, gone tomorrow. Here today, gone today. Because ain't nobody promised tomorrow just as well as you ain't promised right now. All that there is to be created in me and you can give up on you or me right now, and there's nothing you could do. I know.
Wow. I'm really impressed with Mr. Glass, I'm really impressed with the way you are talking. You are talking with passion. You are talking like someone that has done so much to understand the reason and the purpose for existing, the reason for living. And I tell you that we need a community of people like this from different parts of the world that are not thinking just about themselves, about their immediate family, but are thinking about the little impact they can have on Mother Earth, Mother Nature, and human beings across the globe, irrespective of color, irrespective of religion, irrespective of look, irrespective of mannerism or what have you, or traditions. And I'm so glad to have you. But let me just put in stuff here now. I want to ask you some questions as a person, in what ways do you think, based on the current challenge that we are looking at that is happening in Texas, what way do you think you can come in to help?
Put like yourself, the only help that we can get as people is to start our own legal law firm for the people, by the people, ran by paralegals. Paralegals haven't passed that bar to become a legal line lawyer, but they're smart enough to do that. You see? Because the legal system is the problem. Because if our legal system was holding people accountable for the shit that they're doing, they wouldn't do it no more. I've been trying to start my own legal law firm before the coronavirus. I can't read or write, but this was after what I've been through to be able to explain what I'm talking about. You see? But I haven't been able to get that tax ID number to get legal aid before we started because we already know who runs all that. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we really need to do. We really need to get, because as far as things that they're gonna do, you know, the private sector gonna throw in for the kick in because they're gonna get kicked out. You see what I'm
saying? Very well.
So when you look at, we as people need to start something that we can trust, and with our own legal law firm ran by us and not them, we can be in with them. And I ain't talking about no black or white thing. It ain't about that shit. Oh no, no. It's about the truth making sense for change, true change. Because it's on us. You see? Because yes, there is a higher power.
Exactly.
Yes, there is a higher power, but that higher power is within the human being. You got me? We was taught to believe just like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy. Why was it your birthday given to you when it's really your mama's birthday? Come on. That woman put in all that work for you to come to this world because the creator selected you to change your mom and dad if you had them. See? So when you look at why was that woman's birthday taken away from her and given to the baby? Because the baby is nothing but product to whatever country that gave you a birth certificate and a social security card. So it's a lot of things that I want to do dealing with legal aid before, because once we get into the legal system, we can do the investigation on the investigators and then start cleaning that system out, because you can't clean that system out from the inside. You got to go in and get them out of it, you see, because it's too corrupted to do it from the inside and get them out. You got to go in there clean and get them out because they dirty. And that's what I want to do. That's what I'm all about. And that's what I want us to do, the people. Because once we get a foot, like, you know, they got some guy called, he's a doctor, it's called up, some type of bottoms up, something like some.
Dr. Shiva. Dr. Shiva.
There we go, Dr. Shiva. Now,
he's the man.
I don't even deal with doctors because I know what they are. They are nothing but practice physicians, LLC, meaning that they practicing on you and me with pharmaceutical drugs they're getting from the pharmaceutical company they're in bed with. So when you look at the truth being in a human being, when you start eating better, you're going to start living better, you're going to feel better. Because when you look at what messed us all up in the beginning, when we got out of order with the creator in nature, because the flesh of a flesh, us, meaning the human flesh, was not supposed to intertwine with eating animal flesh because it changed the mindset of the human into animal. Now you fight.
I want to stop you right there. That's very interesting. You said that because I'm a vegan, and I think the Cetros, I told them You know, I haven't eaten any flesh in 33 years, and I have got about 27 years clean of animal byproduct. And this is the mindset, because there's viruses, there's parasites. These things will change your cells. They will change your DNA. Why do you think they have what a vaccine called an mRNA? That's a messenger. What is the messenger? Well, it's a form of creating a antibody without the disease even present there. So when you eat animals, you're actually eating their viruses, and down to the anatomical DNA, all the way down. This is the relationship between the gut and the brain. People need to know this.
Look at what you just said. People need to know this. See, it's a difference between knowing and believing. See, believing stops you from knowing. Believing sets you up for failure. Believing gives you a chance for excuses when you're supposed to know what you're supposed to be doing. You see, once you do the research with your instincts, is the way to be thinking. If you were to just take the time out to listen to your heartbeat, then you're really listening, finally listening to the creator of you being. You see, because the truth is within you, the natural order of thinking. The natural order of being, you see? Right. Love is unconditional, the power you can't see, the power you can't control, but the natural order to be in is that natural love. You need to know. I know. That's why I love people so much, to the point where they trying to kill me now here in Houston, Texas, but it is what it is. I ain't going nowhere until it's time to go, cause and effect, because I done been through a lot, and after this ordeal with this fake ass free shit that they did when they turned the electricity off, because they were playing with the electricity.
That's a serious one there.
That's why I ain't say nothing else after that, because that's what they were doing, man. And we had people dying while they were doing that. And I actually got some videos that my phones, because just before that had happened, I had told my provider that something bad is about to happen, and I'm gonna need more than just one phone. So I ended up having 3 phones. So I ended up making a video, and every time I try to put it on, it'll tell me error, but I got it in my archive to go along with the 50,000 hours of audio and video with all my flash drives and all of that. And that go to show you right there. I didn't know to do all that recording on all the stuff that I got recordings on. I was believing in the God and the Jesus bullshit then, before I went into the light of enlightenment. You see what I'm saying? So once I came out the light of enlightenment, that was all I needed to know, was the truth.
Explain to me what you meant by the Jesus aspect. What did you mean by that?
Okay. The Jesus is just like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy, and you eating 3 times a day. When they got somebody that don't even get to eat once, and you eating 3 times, come on, man, think about that for a change.
Right. Do you feel that religions idolize Jesus?
Well, I put it like this: religion made all that up to keep us all stuck on stupid and make believe la la land. When you should know already, the truth is within the human, knowing as they create reality together. All correct.
Of us. Okay, Mr. Glass. Let me come into that aspect that you're moving into. When you say religion is like Santa Claus, did I get you well? When you say religion is like Santa Claus, I would not, as a person, I wouldn't argue with you, because that is your own belief.
Wait, let me stop you right there. Let me just stop it right there. That word right there is not in my vocabulary. You feel me? Let me tell you why that word is not in my vocabulary. Because that word was made up by the same people that put us into slavery. Rich people. They made all of that up. They made it up to keep us stuck on something that do not compute to making sense to the human being. Think about that, man. Because when you look at Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny, and the Tooth Fairy, you have to make another part of it for the grown-ups to be stuck on. When you look at us being responsible adults, think about that. Responsible adults. You tell me, why would you teach your kids a lie?
Okay. Let me just say this. I will not use the word belief for you. That's one good thing that makes the world so interesting a place, because everybody have their own view, their view to life.
Look, you're right. Now the view is this here. The view is, if you can explain the things that you've been through, now you have a view that you can prove the point to you done went through it. Anything else could be written in on a book that somebody else wrote and was lying. You see what I'm saying?
And that is where the challenge of the world is, because so many people, they do not really know there is what we call knowing. They do not really know. They do not really have the knowing. All they just have is belief based on what somebody is saying. But personally,
come on.
But personally, I have a knowing, and I have a very, very strong knowing that is not based on what somebody is telling me that it is, but based on my own experience. I have a knowing about my belief. The Jesus I believe in is not what's it called? Is not a Jesus of the white. Is not a Jesus of the black. Is not a Jesus of the stories that some persons are telling all around the world. I personally have a one-on-one encounter with the personality that I call Jesus. You understand? And I don't impose it on anybody.
And it doesn't stop me from relating.
And it doesn't stop me from relating with somebody whose belief and personal encounter is not with Jesus. If the person is with Muhammad, if the person is with Hare Krishna, if the person is with sun and moon, if the person is with waters, if the person is a traditionalist, they are all my friend, because they are first human. We are all humans before we started getting into religion. But my own personal experience.
Look, the Creator is in each and every one of us individually. You see what I'm saying?
Now you're talking.
You are correct, but this is what I'm trying to get people to realize. Santa Claus. Yeah, I'm listening.
Santa Claus is a fiction, is a work of fiction. Santa Claus is a work of fiction.
All right, let's use this scenario. Hinduism and like that aspect. Are you saying the body is the temple, right?
Yeah, well, all I'm saying is this. Feel your chest. Feel your chest. Feel your chest. Can you stop that? Can you stop that from beating?
No.
Now, have that ever stopped on you from beating? It ain't never stopped on you, right or wrong?
No.
Do you know how many times my heart done stopped on me? Do you know how many times my heart done stopped on me, man? I've been on life support 2 times. My heart done stopped on me 4 times. So like I say again, when it's time to go, you can't rush, hide, or run from the need to know. Get out of here, buddy. You couldn't create the reality. See, you couldn't create the reality that you live in right now. Talk to me. You heard me? You couldn't create the reality that you live in right
experience?
Sir?
Did you have an outer body experience?
No, I'm talking about when I had my car accident. I went on life support. See, when I got here, and then when I came here to Houston, a guy ran a red light and flipped my Magnum over in the bushes and put me on life support again. And then recently, I went to the hospital, and that's when they told me I was HIV positive, and I went through a bowel obstruction surgery where I flatlined that. Come to find out, I ain't HIV positive and never was. Got that on audio tape. The doctor said he came to the conclusion that I was HIV positive because they was understaffed and the nurses made a mistake with the paperwork. So like I said again, I got too much to prove the point to what I'm talking about. And then I got me being here in my body to tell the tale of the truth, really being. I'm here, baby.
Right.
Okay, let me I'm sorry. We have like 20 minutes more, and that's why I want us to have a very good rapport. Let me just share my own experience. When people say, "Do you believe in Jesus?" The way I will say my own is more than believe. It's not just believe. I've experienced him as a guide to my life. I started up as a child, a little child that was thrown out with the mother by the father that is supposed to be a Christian. That's religion. You understand? He's supposed to be a Christian, threw me and my mom out with 4 kids. That's religious man over there. Growing up, I was having a lot of challenges. We passed through a lot of challenges, and in the process, I discovered just one person that can take me out of the challenge. That was not based on preaching that anybody preached. It was based on my I sat down and I have this personal relationship with him. Is somebody that he can talk into my ear and I can hear. That now, this is the life to go. This is the way to go. This is the path to go. If you want to succeed in life, this is how you should live your life. And I started following it. And ever since, I've been following the pattern of what my own Jesus taught me. Not the Jesus that was taught in any church. Jesus. Not the white Jesus, not the black Jesus. That Jesus transformed my life. And I tell you this, I make bold to say this. I was around 18 years old. A friend of mine was mad. They brought him in mad. He was mentally out of course. And they brought him to me that look at your friend has run mad, but because of my personal experience with Jesus, I have the faith. See, all this thing we're talking about deals with your faith, your belief, your inner strength, your inner voice. My own faith was like, this Jesus can be put to a test. This Jesus, if this Jesus really exists, can be put to a test. I look at my friend, they were holding him, was already trying to remove his clothes. And I asked Jesus, my own Jesus, not the white Jesus, not the black Jesus, not the Indiana Jesus, the Jesus that is a spirit. And because I as a person am made of spirit, body, and soul. So I myself am a God. I'm a God on this earth.
See, that is it. That is it. You still using the words that was given to you by the ones that gave it to you. Like Jesus, for instance. At one time, they didn't have a J. At one time, they didn't have a J. They didn't have a J.
Do you know what happens? Do you know what happens? As little as I was, I prayed for this. I asked them, leave him. They were like, this guy will rough and do everyone. Hold him. I said, leave him. I just said, Jesus, enter into his life. And literally, I'm not a pastor. Listen, I'm not a pastor. I'm just a small youth. And I saw this boy floating in the air, landed, and he was okay.
Your word.
Senses. That is why nobody can take away my Jesus from me, because from that youth, I now know that if I have a challenge, especially in this part of Africa, that everything is stupid, everything is useless, everything is without hope. I have my own Jesus that is not the one that is painting. You'll be shocked that the Jesus Christ we are talking about is not the one they've been painting all around. He's not the one that are in the pictures. He is, to me, he is a God, and he has ordained me as a God on this earth. And growing up, I was telling myself that no matter what, I must come to this world and affect life. And that is what has pushed me till this day. That even look at my house. I'm not living in a very expensive place. I'm not a billionaire, but I have helped more youth than some so-called billionaires. I have helped families. I have feed people that last week somebody would have just died just because of 5,000 naira. That's less than $10. Was really sick. Does not have money to buy the drugs. By the time we sent it to him, he was not relating with me as if I'm a medical doctor. He was sending urine samples and was just thanking me everywhere. That is how life should be. And that is not religion.
You was the miracle. You was the miracle.
That is not religion to me. That is not religion to me. That is life, giving life essence.
That's your passion. That's not your job. That's your passion. That's your passion to do. That's your passion to do, man. Like I say again, that's your passion to do, and that's the truth that's in you. I spell truth. Look, you might spell truth with 5 letters. I spell truth with 7. When you spell truth with 5 letters, it's just you in the middle. When you spell truth with 7 letters, you see the circle in the middle. TRYOUTH. See, the truth is in us all. That's why you look at the inner Jesus. Us. At one time, it didn't have no J. You put 2 little J's together. What do you have? You have a U with two eyes on top.
Hmm. Hmm.
So like I said again, when you look at the truth being within the human being, I can tell you like this: people lie, the numbers don't. When you do your math, you can see the creator for yourself. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's missing? I'll say it again. 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's missing?
0,
0, 2,
1.
4. One is missing.
One.
One is missing.
One.
The numbers now what's missing.
You said?
Now you're seeing the creator within the creation. That's the love, man. You can't see. That's the power you can't control. But the passion you got the passion. You don't need Jesus. It's already in us. Come on, man. Jesus was a word that they made up just as well as they made up God out of dog. That's why people obey God so well.
Okay. Everybody listening to this stream, I think Mr. Glasses is such a wonderful person to be with. He came in with a different vibe today. I love you so much. I love the aspect you are coming from. And I tell you that, how can you explain it? Jim is here. He's not a black guy.
And he's not a Jesus fan.
The creator is either black or white.
Jim is not here. Huh?
The creator is neither black, white. Nobody's mind is dead. The creator is the divine light of enlightenment inside of the creation. Every living being has his order to live being in. We are all out of order.
Yeah. I know what I'm referring to Color now. Jim is not a black guy, but I tell you, the impact of Jim's life in the life of so many black African youths cannot be underemphasized. That is to tell you that color means nothing. Religion means nothing. What matters
is our life. Put it like yourself. I want to say one thing. Let me say one thing. Put it like yourself. If me and Jim were standing next to each other and you snatched the skin off of both of us and put a sign on us, and the sign said, "What color am I?" What the people gonna say? What they gonna say? They gonna say, "Shit, they red," and then they gonna be wondering, "Am I gonna be bleeding next?" They ain't gonna worry about what color we are, cause the truth gonna be right there.
Yeah, and that is why we must all come together, put all this energy together, and rise up for Texas.
That's the main.
We must not.
Yeah, rise up for us. We doing bad here in Texas. Like I said again, look, I got lights on, but some people don't.
Oh. Now you that you have light and some people don't. Let's give you a project to do. Can you? I hope you'll be able to do that. We want to see you go out with your phone camera. Just get out there, speak to someone that doesn't have lights, walk them into your place to charge their electricity, assist them to charge whatever if it's possible.
It's not on this side. You hear me? It's not on this side. You see, where the lights out, it's not on this side. See, where they doing, I don't know what they call it, shifting. How they putting lights on one side of, like, Dallas don't have lights. You see? Houston have lights.
Okay.
Rolling blackouts.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. You see the name of it. Rolling back. That's what they called it. Rolling black.
We will love a situation whereby Mr. Glasses, you will just look for someone that is affected in one way or the other. Just give them a word of consolation. Just send our message out there. Hashtag I care.
Texas I care.
When I do get anything from people like good people like yourself, I always share it, man. How you think I end up coming on here with you guys? And then the truth about it, this phone don't even much work right. And I told you, I got phone, I got all kinds of stuff. See?
Wow.
See, because I'm trying to do what you trying to do. I'm trying to enlighten the people to realize how much we are the same.
Very well, very well, very well. So, Jim, what do you have to say in this? In which other way can we do? In which other way can we go out? We have just 8 minutes more to wrap up. In which way can we go to assist our fellow Texans? Because that's really if I can achieve that, I'll be very, very happy. I'll be very, very happy. Even if it is one person that we can see.
No, she's over there. But my main focus right now would be trying to be a good listener. Calling my friends in Texas, having the ability to sit down inside myself and listen so deeply to their concerns that it gives them some relief. That would be my one thing to do that I would like to do. I want to make a comment, though, real quickly as we wrap this up here, about like the body being a temple and to reside in your own spirituality is, I think, what Mr. Glasses was talking about. Having what the word called belief is something that is used as a weapon in a sense. Belief can be utilized. You've got a thing called the Vatican. There's a lot of believers in that. I don't think that's a religion. So I think it's more of a cult.
There you go. Because when you were a kid, what did your mom and dad teach you when you were a kid? Did they teach you to believe better?
Yeah, right. Because I was raised as a Roman Catholic, and
you were still raised to know better, not believe better. Right or wrong?
Correct. Yeah,
see?
Correct.
So you gotta think about, where did the belief come at? It came in with the TV and all of it, because they got to get you to believe the lie to become the liar, in order to understand the lie to become the liar, and then have faith, because you gotta look at it all. It's 4 words. 4 words that were made up to keep us all stuck on stupid, to be as little as not being grown ups. And them 4 words are believe, understand, faith, and hope. When you become a responsible adult, you know you need to know, because you can't undo what you done did once you done it. So you're supposed to do the research before you even try doing it.
Right.
Okay. I think that's fair enough. And at this point in time, we really appreciate Mr. Glasses. We look forward to having you. Jim, what do you think? We should always have Mr. Glasses on board.
Always. Absolutely.
He's done a fantastic job today.
I give y'all my number on here, because look, I give my number out all the time. You can call me anytime you want. 832-516-1111.
Okay.
832.
I'll look back at this later.
Yeah, 832-516-1111. And call me anytime you want, because I'm always up to talking. Why? Because I'm never really sleeping. I'm just resting my eyeballs so somebody want to go do something.
Okay, that's fun to be with. So with this, we come to this expectation. We're not actually closing. We are just going to chill and wait for people to send in their videos of how they have been able to assist any person, any family members living in Texas at this point in time. A glass of water, a bucket of water, what's it called? A means of fire, eating the house, whatever you can give to just assist this family, put smiles in their face. I look forward to musicians going there with their guitar and sing for them, make them happy, just get them out of being moody. Nobody should be moody. Whatever the challenge they are facing, we are in there with them wherever we are. How I feel that we would have just brought somebody to play. I think in one of our live stream, we will invite someone that will play saxophone, or what we call the African gong, talking drum. This video,
that's us. We vibration in light in the suit. We vibration, light, and love in a little suit, in a little rental suit, man.
Okay. So we just need to make Texas happy, to know that the universe is not against them. God is not against them. The people are not against them. We are right with them.
If you really look at it, God is really against us when you look at, and God we trust is the government that most people trust in man, and they don't know. I'm just letting you know.
Okay, I think with this,
I want to say,
I think with this,
just say hi on Instagram.
I think with this, we just want to say thank you, everyone. In case you have not subscribed to our channel, The Cetros on YouTube, kindly go to our channel, The Cetros, and subscribe. Share our videos so that we can reach more and help more. So from all of us, Jim Barak, we are saying thank you. Oh, God.